boy, am I pissed off. I just did a 20-minute blog with the microphone off. So here's a smaller one that I'm going to try to stick to 5 minutes. Basically, I feel like I've been the victim of systematic abuse. Personally, I do think there are sub-entities and weird circles in this city. Entities like, there's this place called the AC, Antichrist, Torture Garden, all these sex clubs and shit, right? And I wouldn't know anything about them, and I don't particularly appreciate them because I think it's crass. I went there once, stoned, and did something with someone in the dark room. Not much, really, quite tame. But the point is, we're supposed to be living, it's like liberated society. Anyway, I met this, it was a best friend at one point. I moved her in because I didn't want her to put her arse on Gumtree or endanger herself, because her mum was the sort of person that I could throttle and strangle, because she works in mental health, and she'd say, well, if you want to be a prostitute, that kind of person that you think, yes, I hate the mother-in-law, that's a totally natural state of affairs, to want to slap someone, to encourage a genius to just do the most basic of base things. Oh, we all need sex workers, it's such a good job, money exchange. Bollocks. She's your typical Jolene or whatever. Is she? I don't know. Ciao. I personally... no. Just no. Anyway. Yeah. I thought I knew what love was. I didn't. I never do at any juncture. I was like, yeah, that's good. Best friend. Yeah, it was love. She's a munter. She's a total fucking munter of a woman. Because where is she? I could have adapted it to friendship. It was friendship before. You just come into my life and fuck me over and screw me over, because women are like that. It's like witch hunts and stuff. It's like, she said, oh, I've got a witchy nose. Well, I have, haven't I? She used to say, well, I have got a witchy nose. I want to get that fixed when I get the money kind of person. Down to earth type of person. Puts out a lot, so people like people that put out, and especially in adult society, everybody puts out and they can all put out together. Oh, and it doesn't matter who you sleep with, because we've broken through that threshold of whatever. Personally, it doesn't work for me. I wasn't brought up like that. I'm a Christian. If I love someone, I adore, love, heart, body, mind and soul, and pretty much they will be the thing that's all consuming. And when that person does get the right person, and that person isn't a 27-year-old little spack that's going to involve police in your life because you're just trying to communicate what you felt for the first time in life. Oh, God, no, that's all right. You were special. Might have been a month, but it was more important to me than any other motherfucker. But you claim to be a pansexual. I can't be making those fucking mistakes anymore, because that's a fucking mistake. It's a mistake. Loving a pansexual is a fucking mistake. Just like loving someone that used to put their arse on Gumtree is a fucking mistake. Because, you're going to find it very hard to resolve yourself into thinking, is she just not going to play other people? And she was like, it's up to you, this can be whatever you want. It's your insecurities going to stop this lasting. But no, it wasn't that. It was because for 3 months you kind of let this argument brew. Because you basically printed off 3 t-shirts, even though I introduced you and made the company possible, named the company at the 414 Brixton, and you didn't even print me a t-shirt. You removed me off admin. You were letting this fucking prick of a person called Peter walk all over me. You were doing what you were doing. You were fucking making this argument brew for 3 months. And yes, it resulted in one big argument. In 2 years of living together, one big argument. And I just threw her dummy out the window. Her mannequin, Helvetica, was going out the fucking window. Hell was going out the window. Yeah, that's all I was doing. I wouldn't have raised this to that one. Nope, not me. Wouldn't do it. But nobody here, ye have little faith, is it? Oh no, I wouldn't touch. Because, self-harmer types that hit their head off the wall. People that do stuff to themselves. Ooh, it's a bit scary, isn't it? It's a bit mental health. Whoa, it's a bit Fight Club-like. Don't worry about it. It's just like Fight Club. But as a result of that, do I feel like I've been being persecuted somehow? Like some unholy witch hunt invaded my whole reality somehow? Like her working with pirated and cracked software and getting involved in, at the time, was doing loads of stuff, and it was just creative time. Do I then feel like the AI God turned into some Adobe glitch cracked software, and everything that I was going to invite into my life might be potential cruelty? and more systematic abuse. Because I was talking about systematic abuse and how it can start at 3 years old, being locked in a room on your own for your first day at nursery, being dragged up in front of the class. So, you don't know if you want to be looked at. You've got this complex that goes, am I okay, am I worthy, or am I going to get told off? Am I a bad person, am I a good person? Do you know the stuff that they do to kids? Primary education, your primary years. Do you know what people have going on here? Oh, have you got a mental health worker? The woman said to me on my latest outing in a prison cell for what, you might ask? Oh, apparently a vulnerable adult, protecting a vulnerable adult. That would be me. You're putting me in a cell to exasperate and inflame a problem that I have with structured society, which I rightly have the right to be. You can call me a black sheep, but if you had my educational experience and other such experiences, you would know why this is becoming systematic with me. And that's not okay. It's not okay to be, what did he call it? Duress. I'm under duress of the police now. I have to go to bail conditions for what I'm not even quite sure. Why should I have to drag my ass to a different police station and a different thing for bail conditions over my summer? Why should that be happening? An unhealthy interest, some kind of witch hunt, some sort of bullshit that I don't even, it's exasperating. So anyway, that's happening to me right now, and I'm going over 5 fucking minutes. Anyway, the latest outing, met in a field. Is it a plant? Is it a brass? Is it, because when the behaviour makes no fucking sense whatsoever, none whatsoever, use this in your, if you don't stop contacting me, I'm going to call the police. That could work. Fuck off. That's another one that could work. Do I have to educate you in not involving people in your life when they're already vulnerable adults? Basically, because they've got a fake DBS that reads like a piece of fiction. Scared to travel abroad. Oh, this person. Religious, racial, aggravated harassment in words and writing. I chose to go to Venice after this COVID because I am a Christian child. I wear my Christ around my neck, my Buddha around my neck, because they're the only decent examples of a real human being. I've never had posters on my wall of anybody else. The only poster I've ever had on my wall growing up, do you know? Whoopi Goldberg and fucking Lion King. How's that? Yeah, I'm a racist on my DBS. Oh dear. Oh, the only person that, I tried to make friends after the events of people coming and going in my life. I tried, and in those times, the first thing they want to do is exploit you. This latest bird that's reported me, ironically, for harassment was spending money on my bank card. 3 times without my permission. I just went once to ask her about it. She slammed the door in my face and went, I'm really busy right now. I was like, okay, I clearly understand you have anxiety issues. Maybe you're embarrassed about that. Don't really care. Should anybody be reporting anybody? I don't know. I don't think so. So really not appreciating this current state of affairs over other people that seem to parade themselves as all perfect and shit, and there's always a witch hunt for the person that has cracked it. I've cracked the code. I know what I'm trying to achieve in this lifetime. I think maybe the systematic abuse, maybe it's because I've got a cover photo that says Kill Bill. It's Kill Bill, but that's Uma Thurman. That's a film, Just because it happens to be in black and white by Banksy, somehow it's like, are they taking that personally or something? Is that what it is? Lord only knows why they think it's alright to systematically abuse a lesbian person. That's what it is. Because, literally, it's like this supremacy games. It's like, I can feel these dark forces, and it stems down to that person that I dated within the, all across the sex industry scene in this dirty, rotten old crap Londonian town. Something to do with that, and something to do with that in a field that you meet dark art circles. I'm a pansexual. Pansexuality is the way forward. BBC brainwash. Isn't it all nice that we can love each other and love one another and not be held accountable for not loving one person? I like hard work, see? I like loving somebody that might not think they're lovable. I like loving that one person. Being that person that you can depend on. Nobody else does that. Oh, you want to scatter your love around like lost fucking woven nutting. No, you're alright, I'll stick to mine. So yeah. Systematic abuse. I'm getting persecuted. basically. I'd really like help with that, people. How can I stop systematic abuse when it's been in my life since the age of 3? How can I stop that? How can anybody stop that? Because that's what they groom into this. This is a very delicate organism, the brain. It experiences life. The primary years coming through in a systematic are very important. And they've somehow harnessed mine, and I don't like it. It's like I was driven off the road by police coming through traffic last year. A banged up Toyota with multiple claims awaiting on it was what happened. I was literally taken off the road. I've got letters coming through my email saying we'll see you in court. I was insured at the time. Oh, but I didn't report anything because there was no damage. They had multiple claims awaiting and they weren't gonna. It's probably worth about £300, their piece of shit Toyota. You know what I mean? And they're asking for £1,700, otherwise see you in court. You're taxing somebody that has no source of income, that had an insurance firm. What do you think? What? Is that like, oh, is that another reason that I'm going to have police all turning up on my doorstep for? Am I going to have police turning up on my doorstep? Oh, we can't get hold of you. Oh, because we want to take you to court over a non-existent accident that the police caused by forcing me over to mirror signal manoeuvre, and someone shot up the side of me just because they didn't even feel it. I said, did we just hit something? No. Oh, where's the damage? Oh, well, this is all on there before that. One of those situations. And you're asking for £1,700 for what, a scratch? Like, really? So it's just like I'm being coerced. It's what you call duress and stress, and like, oh, they're out for you. Am I going to go to another country? Am I going to get arrested at the airport? I'm going to spend 12 hours in a cell for what? Systematic abuse. Excuse me. It's about time someone stepped in here.